Toyota's price inflation is getting pretty crazy. I'll include a link to the Toyota Murray's website in the description down below. They're providing us with this Tundra. Let's get right to the review. This week's giveaway highlight is a classic Corvette with a big block V8. If you're interested, use code BHC or click the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. This will give you 4x bonus entries on any donation $25 or more. Under the hood is a twin-turbo 3.4-liter V6. It goes through a 10-speed automatic. It's also paired to a hybrid system. Fuel economy is 19 around town, 22 on the highway, with power outputs being 437 horsepower and then 583 pound-feet of torque. We're closing in on 500,000 subscribers. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. iForce Max badge because it's got the hybrid and, you know, pretty muscular looking hood. Teardrop style with the lights. You got the fully loaded lights because this one's a Platinum. And then you can see the trim on the grille. Got the front camera too. I just realized this truck not only doesn't have tow hooks, it doesn't actually have fog lights. I wonder if that's because it's lifted. Tire wheel setup is 265 by 60 by 20. And you can see you've got metallic gray for the wheels. And I kind of gave it away, but this has the 3-inch TRD suspension lift. It's also nice that they body paint the fender flares. Platinum badge there on the side. And then you do get upgraded shocks with this lift package, by the way. Here's your side profile. The truck definitely sits high. Key fob features, we have our lock and unlock function, drop down for the tailgate, Toyota logo at the bottom. And the tailgate is, of course, power. So you got LED lights here in the bed. Plenty of space. There is also an outlet there on that side. This one has the bed liner added to it, and if you just nudge the tailgate, it'll lift the system up. Little button on the side to throw down the tailgate there next to the taillights. It's just right there. And then you got a body painted bumper. This one has the kick step. That will cap things off for the exterior of this Tundra. Let's now check out the interior. Sunshade here for the rear passengers. I do like this trim with the Platinum. Got nice blue stitching. The seats are perforated down the center, more of that blue stitching. You lose your underseat storage, which is a little bit sad. But yeah, plenty of legroom. Not as good as the Americans, but still pretty good. Heated ventilated seats here in the back. You got an outlet down below, 400-watt inverter, which is great. And let's actually now check out the front. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors, and those mirrors do in fact power fold in. You got your memory seats, nice soft touch on the rest of the door panel. 1290 for the payload capacity with this truck. The seats perforated down the center. You do have power adjustments with lumbar support on the side. And then the power side steps are turned off, but this does have power side steps. And then you've got your heated steering wheel button in that area too. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, it's got nice perforated trim on either side. Practical controls on the front face, including for the adaptive cruise control. And you also have your volume voice controls on the other side. Regular stalks there on the back of the steering wheel. Full digital gauge cluster here. And you can switch between the different drive modes pretty easily. 360 camera system with this. Good resolution with the camera, and you can change the viewpoints with it. As for the rest of the infotainment system, shortcut bar here on the side. It's relatively quick to respond. We've got dual zone climate, heated and ventilated seats, little analog control there for the volume. And then down below that, for the tailgate drop down, you got your stability control. That's for the 360 camera. Wireless phone charging pad. Got some cup holders. Shifter here for the 10-speed. Part-time four-wheel drive system. You got your drive mode select in that area as well. You just twist that dial and you got your tow mode. And then you got pretty good little cubby there. USB ports inside, and this has a little window function. I do like the trim on the dash. I think that's nice looking. Camera rear view mirror, and then the whole window in the back goes down. It's kind of a neat Tundra feature. Panoramic sunroof. 2026 Platinum with the lift and everything. $80,727. Let's see how this truck performs. Well, let us set off in this lifted Tundra Platinum. See how this whole setup performs. Good torque. No acoustic glass, by the way. No acoustic glass. Which at $80,000, I mean, Ford's putting acoustic glass in their trucks now. Ram has it. General Motors, you have to go like to the very tippy top, but even General Motors is starting to put it in their vehicles. So, and Toyota has it in some cars, just not, aw, dang it, just not the stupid backpack, not the Tundra. Not the Tundra. Man, that was unlucky. Bus plus a turn and then boom, red light. At least this interior is pretty nice. But, you know, $80,000. I don't know. Toyota's pricing is getting up there. You know the crazy thing though? This is still cheaper than the Americans in terms of a fully loaded truck. And this even has a suspension lift. Take away the suspension lift, that's $4,000. Puts this down to $76,000. So it's crazy that like this is expensive and it's not even as expensive as the Americans. Powertrain's great. I mean, tons and tons of torque. Tons of torque. It's really quite impressive. Yeah, and that's the one nice thing about this iForce Max powertrain is you got a lot of low-end torque. It helps out the fuel economy a little bit, but the biggest thing is that low-end grunt is very strong. Yeah, like get over the bumps and everything too. Yeah, the performance this has is nice. Huh. The lift actually doesn't make it drive bad. I've driven several of these lifted Tundras, and it seems like they did a pretty good job with the spring and shock tuning and everything to make it so that it's a comfortable ride. Man, this thing's a torquey beast. In conclusion, I think this looks pretty cool. I think the interior is pretty nice, but 80 grand. 80 grand. And you know, the Tundra's going through a bit of a reputation crisis, right? I mean, you guys know I have the channel, so I talk to a lot of people on the channel. And then, you know, on top of that, I talk to a lot of people in person, right? Just running into people. And as soon as I bring up Toyota's engines, you know what every single person says? Oh yeah, the Tundra. Yeah, Tundra's having issues. So it's funny because this turbo V6 is in the LX, it's in the GX, it's in the Sequoia, and so that means it can have issues in those too. But nobody says that. Like everyone says, oh, the Tundra engine, oh, the Tundra engine. So it's like the Tundra has been attached to the engine issues, which yeah, kind of dicey, right? It not great for the reputation. So yeah, between that and the price increases, I think Toyota's gonna still sell Tundras, but I do think it's gonna be more of an uphill battle. But the good thing is their main competition, because Nissan's gone now, is the Americans, and America doesn't know how to make reliable vehicles anymore, sadly. So Toyota's got that going for them.